Hello. Greetings. So we are in Eagle Creek right now. So towards the end of the Oregon section. Come really fast. Today's August 1st. So it means we've done it in less than 3 weeks or so, excluding our zeros and time in town.
Yeah.
So this is a quick update from Santiam Pass to Cascade Locks. So, Yana, you want to tell us about what happened from Santiam Pass?
Wow, we've gone through a lot. It was really beautiful. There weren't as many mosquitoes, and trail was nice and even. So we went through Obsidian National Park, which had beautiful rocks. Really nice obsidian black shiny rocks I've never seen before. It was really stunning to go through that park. And then we went through and we saw magnificent views of Mount Jefferson. Because then it kind of winds through the Jefferson Wilderness. We found some really amazing tent sites with gorgeous views of mountains. One of my favorite
Mount Jefferson
was with the Mount Jefferson view.
It was probably the most beautiful wilderness that I've gone through in Oregon, but you get really close to Mount Jefferson and you go around the clockwise, so you go west side around Mount Jefferson, and so you're on these kind of peaks. You go through a beautiful kind of wildflower park called Jefferson Park, a meadow, and it's just gorgeous. So that was really nice.
And then you start kind of seeing Mount Hood as you pass, you leave behind Mount Jefferson. So it's really interesting because you first see Jefferson and then a little bit of Mount Hood, and then as you get closer to Timberline Lodge, and then you see more of Mount Hood and less of Jefferson.
That's right. Yeah.
There's a section where you see both. And
that's pretty cool. You're on this ridge line falling to Mount Hood, and then you're kind of right between Mount Jefferson and Mount Hood, so it's pretty neat. After that, we kind of descend into this kind of lake region. We go to Olali Lake, which is like this small lake. Unfortunately, it faced a forest fire a couple years ago, so luckily the resorts and the lake around it's kind of like an oasis in this whole burned area. But we stopped there for just a quick snack and drink, and then we continued onwards through Warm Springs Native American Reservation. So that's kind of neat. The trail goes through this reservation and then gets into Mount Hood Wilderness, so it's pretty cool. So once we entered Mount Hood Wilderness, we started to climb up again and follow a ridge in, crossing Highway 26. You know, that's very popular to go to Central Oregon from Portland. And then we have this 4-mile ascent getting to Timberline, because Timberline's pretty high up. Of course, it's above the tree line. And so I've never done that before, but it was a quite steep climb in the morning. And then we met our friends Chris and Carla, who picked us up and welcomed us at Timberline Lodge. We had a nice drink there and enjoyed the views.
Chris, Carla, and Maya.
Oh, and Maya, yes, their dog.
Their dog.
And then we took a zero in Portland. Our friends Jack and Tom joined us for a night out in Southeast Portland, and then we made it out to the wine country for another little special occasion. And then we got back to trail, and we are now, that was 2 days ago, so we are now doing our last ascent. We did 2.5 days to get to Cascade Locks, so we are this part, and then you can tell them, you were pretty mesmerized by this section. So
there's just it was so packed with so many beautiful things to see. We did a lot of side trails. We got off PCT to see all these beautiful waterfalls and views. So first one was the Paradise Loop, where you see another side of Mount Hood with beautiful wildflowers, and I'm so glad we took that route because it was absolutely gorgeous. You walk through just a meadow of flowers.
That's right.
With Mount Hood.
It's beautiful. So we did like 3 alternates in total, and we're on one right now at Eagle Creek, and so we're a couple miles away from Cascade Locks.
And then we did Ramona Falls.
Yeah.
So we took another alternate, and this massive waterfall that we saw is,
Yeah.
is beautiful with on a black rocks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
the
And
gorge
then
rocks.
the tunnel falls, which is really neat.
Yeah, which
So
we
I'll show
went
you
through
shots of
today.
that.
Yeah.
And then, so
And then there was at one point before the falls, we saw three mountains together at the top.
yeah, Three Finger Jack.
No, like Three Finger Jack.
Oh
before,
yeah,
but
so we saw Mount Adams, Rainier in the far, and then we saw Mount St.
St.
Helens.
Helen. So a sneak peek of what we're about to see in Washington.
That's right. We'll follow Mount Adams and Mount Rainier up north.
Yeah.
And yeah, lastly, we'll when we get to Cascade Locks in a few hours, we're gonna meet our friend Matt, which is gonna bring us another resupply package. So looking forward to having lunch with him, and then we'll take a night off in Cascade Locks, camp there, and then in the morning hopefully hit Bridge of the Gods and cross the Columbia River into Washington. So
Yep.
we'll show you a quick view of Punchbowl Falls we're at right now, and we'll kind of show you what we're looking at. So these rocks are formed in basalt, and so they just can form these really nice angles and curves. So it's pretty neat. But I guess we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Sunnet, where are we?
Hi. We are camping at one of the most beautiful spots today with an amazing view of Mount Jefferson. Look at that. This is what we see as we have dinner.
Yeah. Tent is back here.
Dinner is rice and beans, mashed potato, a little bit of olive oil, and maybe hot sauce.
There you go. Seeing the first glimpses Mount Hood on the south side.